What's up, YouTube? Okay. Thank you for the moment of, thank you for waiting. I'm, on YouTube watching some fight videos, so, it's something that I figured out. I think I had to do this video. This video is about driving, okay? There's some things that I noticed that people do when they drive that just, it's not just what they do when they drive, it's just they don't understand driving codes, okay? People drive and they don't understand what it means. When you drive a car, a bus or a truck, see, truckers know what I'm talking about. You have other drivers that help you drive, even when you have no idea what the fuck you're doing. Oh, what I mean is, basically, sometimes drivers will tell you things using high beams, low beams, flickering lights on and off, getting in front of you and slamming on the brakes, getting behind you and holding the horn. These are all driving codes, okay? Most drivers, if you're driving and you don't have your headlights on, okay? That's a perfect example. What most drivers would do is the drivers that's on the opposite side of traffic coming towards you, they would flash their high beams at you. Now, they're not flashing their high beams at you because they like the kind of car you have, or because, they just think that you're a superstar, or, they're flashing the high beams to tell you, hey, either you got your high beams on and you're blinding the hell out of me, or you don't have your headlights on even though you're seeing it on your dashboard. And that's the problem with the new cars, which irks me. And see, I have a Chevy Trailblazer 2002. It's nothing to brag about, but it has automatic headlight and brake and tail light features. What happens is, what I like about this car is if the lights are not on, the dashboard don't light up. What that means is you will always will know that your lights are not on. Even if, you're driving just from point A to point B and it's not that far, you still need to have your headlights on, especially at nighttime. Really, this is for nighttime, because if I'm in a bus or a truck and I'm making a turn, or you try to come and pass me on the right and I don't see you, if you don't have your headlights on, you're automatically at fault, even though you shouldn't be passing on the right in the first place. So there are rules that you should understand as a driver. And I hope everybody shares this video because this is important. When a driver flashes his high beams at you, it's most likely to tell you, turn your headlights on or turn your high beams off. Okay? Not to just do it. Alright? So, if you're gonna drive, at least have common sense driving codes to know what somebody's telling you. Some people flash their high beams to tell you, go ahead, go. If you're making a left turn and I'm the opposite side of traffic and you need to make a left, if I flash my high beams and I see that you have your signal on and you're making a left, obviously I'm flashing my high beams to tell you to go ahead. Now you can determine this by the speed that I'm doing. If I'm telling you to go ahead, okay, I'm not going to be slamming on 30 miles per hour. You're going to notice that my vehicle is flashing you and I'm going slow. That means hurry up, make your turn so I can get back to driving. That's what that means. No, some people want to sit there, I'm flashing my high beam. Some people want to sit there and just look at me. Oh, well, what's his problem? Why is he flashing high beam? Obviously, it's to tell you to go. Okay, so that's another way high beams or driving codes are. To tell you what, it signals really to another driver what they're doing. All right? So I think that that's very important, and that's why I think that I had to do this, because some people just have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They just get in the car and say, oh, let's go up the street. 11 o'clock at night, no headlights on, flashing you to go, you don't go. And it's just annoying to good drivers. Right? Because if you're a good driver, you automatically will understand what another driver is telling you. If you put your signal on and you got to make a turn and you see some other driver coming up the road flashing his high beams, he's obviously telling you to go. He's not just flashing his high beams for no reason. Now, yes, you still want to make sure, you want to be safe, but you can determine if he's telling you to go by his speed. Now, if you see a driver flashing his high beams and he's speeding up, he's trying to tell you don't go. All right, but you can determine that by the driver's speed and what the driver's doing. But most likely, the driver is signaling to you to make your move. All right, so that's basically all I wanted to say in this video. New drivers have absolutely no idea. And that's how you know who's a new driver and who's not. By the way, when you flash a driver your high beams, he's supposed to automatically know why you're flashing your high beams. When drivers flash their high beams at me, the first thing I check is my lights. Now, I have automatic features, so I know it can't be my lights. So then what I do is I check to make sure that my high beams are not on. And that's it. That's all it is. Or, depending on the situation, maybe he's telling me to go. I had this one idiot on the highway, on the Belt Parkway. He's just flashing his high beams at me, blowing a horn. So I checked, my lights are on, my high beams are not on, my signals are not on. Come to find out, when I get next to him, him and his girlfriend is fighting in the car. Well, you pull over. You don't sit there and fight while you're driving. You know, maybe it was a rough night. I don't know what he had going on, but I slowed down. I rolled the window down. I screamed at him. I said, "What the hell is your problem? You got a fucking problem or what?" Come to find out, they're in there. I get a good look at the car. They're swinging. He's swinging at her. She's swinging at him. So I said, "Oh, okay. I know what this is about. Either he cheated or she cheated. But one thing led to another." So I rolled my window up and I kept going. But that's what this video is about. It's just common sense driving. Okay. The most, for example, another thing is when you're on the highway, if you see traffic coming over on the right of you, move over. Move to the middle lane. Don't stay in the right lane if you can help it. Move over to the middle lane. Some people, there's all this space, and then what kills me is if the car's in the middle lane, they'll put their right signal on to get in the right lane when emerging traffic is coming from the right. Now, what kind of stupidness is that? How does that make sense? It makes no sense at all. No sense. What are you coming over to the right lane for if you see traffic is merging from the right? How stupid is that? Okay, so move over. If you see cars with their signals on, they have their hazards on the right side of the road, again, move over. Don't just go past them. Move over. Because you sit here and you do this, and then you just cause traffic. All right? So just no codes. If you and another driver is driving aggressively, which you shouldn't in the first place, if you see the other driver is running up to a slow driver ahead, and you have the option to move and let that driver go while still destroying him in the race, move over. Let him go. You understand? Don't sit there and try to jam him when you didn't have to. It's just common sense driving. Some people have no common sense driving. And I don't want to say what group of people is like this, but it happens to be the same group of people. Right? It's common sense driving. Okay? That's it. Move out the way. Alright? That's what really this video was about, because some people get their licenses like they got out the cereal box. Then this person gets in front of people and wants to slam on the brakes every 5 seconds. There's nothing in front of them. What do you tell? Your car will slow down. Maybe you don't know that. Maybe new drivers don't know this, or maybe a driver just don't know. You don't always have to hit your brake pedal if you feel the vehicle is going too fast. I personally use cruise control every chance I get because it helps with gas mileage. And it also is less wear and tear on your transmission. But just let go of the gas pedal. You don't always have to, oh, let me tap the brakes. Okay, I'm good. Oh, let me tap the brakes again. Okay, I'm good. Let me tap the brakes. All you're doing is frustrating the hell of the driver behind you. Just let go of the gas and determine, okay, am I good to press the gas again? Because the car's going to gradually slow down. You don't have to always tap the brakes. Just, it's less wear and tear on your brake pads. So, you get to save your brake pads, and you're not allowing the driver behind you to think that you're an idiot, go around you, because then that driver tries to go around you, then you go. That's another thing that irks me. If you don't know where you're going, stay to the right. Don't wait till I put my left signal on to want to go to the left, or put my right signal on to want to go to the right. Move out of my way, because I'm not putting my left signal on because I'm trying to help you get to where you gotta go. I'm not putting my right signal on to say, hey, listen, your exit is coming up next. Go over to the right. I'll get behind you. I'm putting my right and my left signal on to go around you because you're doing something stupid that I just can't tolerate. All right? So that's what that is. So if you look at your drive, you look in your rearview mirror, and you notice that you put your left signal on, and the driver behind you put his left signal on, let the driver behind you just go. Because obviously he wants to go around you because you're doing something stupid. All right? And that's just all I have to say about it. But this is complete common sense driving. Okay? A truck. Let's talk about the trucks, because everybody overlooks the trucks. If a truck is making a right turn and it's an 18-wheeler, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to make the right turn from the right lane. He's going to probably go all the way in the left lane with his right signal on, come up, and then cut everybody off, because people is assuming that he's going over there, and he's... Pay attention to his signal. Look at the trucks and the buses. If you see they got a right signal on and they just going over to the left, they're not going over to the left. They're not going over to the left because they're saying, oh, the right means left and the left means right. They're going over because they see that the right turn they're making, they don't have enough space. So they need room to make the turn. So what they do is they go over a little bit, and then they try to come over to the right so that they don't hit no cars when they're making the right turn, so that they can clear the turn and they won't hold up traffic behind them trying to back up and then go forward again. So that's all that's about. All right? So just have common sense when you drive. A lot of people have no common sense whatsoever when they're driving. All right? And also with the traffic lights, if you look at the traffic lights, there's a countdown for the people that can cross the street. If you're driving and you don't know if the light is about to turn red or not, if you look at the countdown, it'll start 10, 9, 8. When it gets down to 4, you're not going to make that light. Don't try to race it. You're not going to make it unless you're near the intersection already. But if you're far back and the countdown is under 7, really under 7, you're not going to just slow down. The light is going to turn green again. It is not going to stay red for the entire year. It's going to turn green literally in a matter of 30 seconds. 30 seconds is not going to delay you from getting where you need to be. So just don't worry about the light turning red. Don't slam on the gas pedal to catch the light. Because then what you can be doing is, if there's another truck who's far away and his light just turned green and he's gunning it, you going through the yellow to red and his light just turning green and you just made the intersection when the light turned red, boom, he knocking you about 2 or 3 blocks. You can forget it. And that's another trucker on the news, and he can always say his brakes failed. That's how truckers or buses get out of incidents. Oh, my brakes failed. They can always use that. They use that all the time. So just know what you do. Have common sense when you're driving, all right? It's all common sense. Don't sit there if you're in the middle lane and try to parallel drive with the car in the left lane. If you're in the middle lane, you obviously have nowhere to go. The car in the left lane should have somewhere to go. If the guy in the left lane has nowhere to go and you have nowhere to go, the problem is going to be you're going to hold up everybody behind you who have somewhere to go. So if you notice a car in the left lane and you're in the middle lane, or sometimes there's only 2 lanes, it's just the right lane and the left lane. If you notice that the car next to you is traveling at the same pace that you're traveling, please, it's not going to hurt you as a person in the middle lane to slow the vehicle down, let that car go, and then get back to the speed you was doing, because you're not going to catch him anyway because y'all doing the same speed. All right, this is common sense driving. All right, that's all I'm saying. So I hope that y'all share this video And if there's more that you can add to common sense driving, just put it in the comments below of stuff that you see that you can't stand. All right, because it's a lot. It is a lot. People do stupid stuff. You understand? And it really is aggravating. But you know what? You have your driver's license because you took pride in understanding the road. And you basically, you have to drive for everybody. You can't just drive for yourself. Assume the stupidest stuff. When I'm driving and I see a car coming up to stop sign, I assume he's gonna run right through it. And I assume he don't give a damn about that stop sign. So my foot is already covering the brakes, slowing down just a little bit. Because if I do approach that guy that don't give a damn about that stop sign, guess what? I was already ready. So now he just ran the stop sign and I avoided an accident because I assumed that he was gonna run it anyway. You see people on the street and you got the green light, but there's people that steps in the street, assume they're gonna run in front of you. Have your foot slow down a little bit, because you're gonna get that one person that don't care and just gonna walk in front of you. Walk in front of you. Now, my cousin happens to be a little disrespectful to people that don't follow the road rules. So he won't slow down for you. Okay, he won't slow down for you. He'll cut you off, or he'll hit you intentionally. And I don't want drivers to be more like that. I want drivers to be more relaxed and understanding and have courtesy. A lot of drivers, especially here in New York, in Chicago, Illinois, New York, and Los Angeles, California, they don't give a damn about courtesy whatsoever. If they see that you have your signal on and you need to make a left turn, they don't care. They're not letting you over. Me, I have to bogart my way over. I have to come over, and I gotta kind of make it look like I'm gonna hit the driver so that the driver behind him will slow down. Okay, that's how I have to do it, because they don't let you go over in New York City. I remember I had the taxi driver wouldn't let me go down, so I rolled my window down. I got next to him and I cursed him. I called him all kinds of F's and BITCHs and everything I could name. I even pulled out the curse book and I saw what curse words that I did that I missed, because he really aggravated me. So listen, driving is tough, but having no courtesy makes driving more harder than it actually has to be. Okay? So that's really all I wanted to say about this. Hopefully this video will touch people to have more common sense and more courtesy on the road. And I hope a lot of people who are good drivers will share this video, because obviously a person who's not a good driver, who don't understand driving, needs to see this video. So share it, because a lot of people need to see this video, because a lot of people don't have no common sense of driving whatsoever. Okay? If you're a new driver, you should not be doing 80 and a 65 in the left lane while it's raining. Okay? That's what it is. Don't text and drive. Alright? Guy cut me off, and I look at he's on the phone. The phone cannot drive the car for you. If the phone call is important, it's so easy to just pull over. Don't text and drive. Don't drink and drive. If you need to hit a beer, you had a long day, go to the store and buy your beer. Don't open it till you get home. Okay? You get home, you sit down where you get to watch TV, you get to play the game, or you get to watch a movie, or you get to eat, and you have as many beers as you want, but don't drive again. It's time to relax, okay? So you don't need to drive anymore. So that's basically all I had to say. Again, I hope this video touches and gets to the right people, not people that can drive who knows what I'm talking about. But it's all a matter of you sharing the video so it can get out to those people. So thank you for, watching. And no, it's not a disrespectful video to people that can't drive. It's just a video of wake up, have common sense, and have courtesy. Okay? So I'm Uncle D. Again, thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I'm Uncle D. Share the video. I'm out of here. Oh, yes. Ooh. Ooh. Bring the camera down, Eddie. Bring the camera down. Come on, Eddie. Ow. I am the man. Even in Japan. I am